that you cannot, or actually, the Marinette Fire Department wants to remind you to be safe on the ice, but we don't want them on the ice right now, do we?
Yeah, ice is getting pretty sketchy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So maybe I should change that.
Yeah,
Stay off the ice.
yeah, and the U.S. Coast Guard announced that they're going to start their ice breaking operations on the shipping channels in the bay and lake. Mainly, our concerns the bay. And I believe shortly here, all ice shacks have to be off. So,
Yeah, yeah,
just be cautious of that.
yeah. Don't bring your cars or
Nope.
UTVs or any
The
of that
warm,
out there.
Warm weather's playing a lot of havoc
Oh
with the ice.
yes, oh yes. But Jay Heckle, Chief of the Marinette Fire Department, is with us today, and we're going to talk about the push-in. What is that? What is that all about?
So the push-in ceremony that we're planning for Friday is to celebrate and place our new fire apparatus into service.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's it kind of dates back a ways. There's different things that different departments do to celebrate the arrival and the placing in service of a new piece of equipment. Some do a wet down where they, as a truck goes into the station, they hose it down.
Oh,
The push in dates back into the horse-drawn steamer days.
oh wow.
Where some departments used to unhitch their horses from the steamer, and they would have to actually push it back into its position in the station. So that kind of evolves into that. So it's kind of a
That's historical
yeah,
in that's
It's a-
history, you know?
Yep. It's a historical event when
Yeah.
a department gets a new piece of equipment, especially like a new apparatus.
Right.
A smaller department like ours, that's not something that happens real
Often. When was the last time, do you recall, that you guys received a new fire truck?
So our latest the last time we received an engine was back in 2009.
Okay.
We did get a ladder truck in 2011.
Okay.
Before that, we received a heavy rescue, and I want to say that was in like 2005.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're ready for a new one.
Yeah. So our reserve engine is reaching its 30-year
Yeah.
lifespan. So our current 2009 will take that spot, and our new truck will take the rest of that one.
So what do you do with the other one?
The other one, we're still working on that. We're gonna sell it. We're trying to work out the details on that. It's hard to come up with an asking price for it.
Right.
Unfortunately, they're like a fraction of what you
Pay
for
for
a new
it?
one.
Yeah.
But at least you get something out of it.
Right, right. I imagine like a volunteer group or maybe another fire department, a smaller one, or who knows.
Yep. Anybody in need of
Yeah.
and it's in good shape. It still continues to pass its annual tests.
Right.
A lot of it has to do with our folks and their maintenance efforts. Usually when something breaks on it or something is not up to snuff, it gets replaced.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have
'Cause you
to.
depend on it. So
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I had the wrong name on there. You're not NWTC. I knew I was going to forget something. I was all worried about the other stuff. But yeah, so how soon do you think you'll have that put together? Like a price point or anything? Does that go through the finance department or?
we'll meet with the folks at City Hall and figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a big
Hurry
to get to that, but
yeah.
try to get a ducks in line, get this one in operation first. And
Yeah. Oh
from there.
gosh, that's gonna be amazing when you take it out on its first run on a. That's gonna be crazy. I imagine it's exciting to have a new one.
Yeah, it's nice. It's we tried to, even though it's not a custom build unit, it's as close as we could get to it to stay, within
Within.
a decent budget.
Right.
Our Pierce rep salesperson, Dan Schultz from was FAE at the time, now it's Reliant, really went extra miles on this one.
Oh.
This was probably pretty close to a 3-year project.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming up with different ideas, different approaches. We kind of tried to engineer the stuff that gave us issues with the old equipment.
Yeah.
Try to engineer that out, and then at the same time make this one not just a functional truck for today, but 30 years down the road.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
through its life. So
Is that the lifespan of a fire truck?
yeah,
normally?
NFPA sets it sets like a guideline for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Like the one that we're replacing, it's getting hard to get parts for it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's part of the reason that the resale value on them is so
So
low. It's a 30
Yeah.
years old typically.
Yeah. Where are
and
you gonna get the parts?
technology is just,
Yeah.
it's so far removed from the modern
Right.
technology. So,
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, but Friday
Yep.
between two
Friday
and
between 2:30 and 3 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll have I'll give a short
Little-
dissertation. My
yeah.
favorite thing is the public speaking. We invited different folks, the key players in getting this done.
Yeah.
So the mayor's office, finance, engineering,
Right. Right.
city council,
Yeah.
folks
Oh yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And then
I'll be there. I'll live stream it.
yeah, and then when everything's all said and done, all the talking's done, we'll go outside and open up the bay door, and
Aw.
we'll try
Try
and
to push
push
it
it
in?
because apparatus are getting so
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Usually the push is more of just
Maybe
for
we'll
show.
all push.
Yep. Usually they end up having to actually back
Back
it
it
in
in.
under the apparatus power,
Aw.
but we'll
But
see
you
what if we have
try.
enough people we can
Yeah.
put our shoulders into it and get
I
it
think
put
if
in
you,
place.
yeah, we could all push it in. That would be fun. How historical would that be, to say that you got to push in the,
This will be the first one that I've ever
really?
done.
Well, yeah, I imagine that would be cool.
So,
So cool. All right. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing. And Friday is going to be fun. I think it's going to be just to be there and see that happen is going to be just
and then once it's in place in the station, we'll open up all the compartment doors
yeah.
and do
Check
a
it
little
all
show and
out.
tell
Oh.
for those who want to take a tour of the truck.
Yeah. Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Well, listeners and Facebookers, you heard it here first from Chief Jay Heckle. Friday between 2:30 and 3 at the fire station that's on Main Street. And the push-in of the new apparatus fire truck. I like to call it fire truck. But yeah, come and check it out, and you might even be able to push it in. If those boys can't do it, we've got muscles. So big shout out to the city of Marinette, our sponsor. So mark your calendars for the Spring Fling Craft Show, and that's this weekend, March 15th, at the Community Rec Center. And we'll see you in a little bit. We got one more guest.